off by thanking my coaches. Thank you, Richard. Bernie, I know I'm chokeable sometimes. You stuck with me. Thank you. And Rick, you don't even have a vested interest in my success, so thank you for showing up when I call on you. I appreciate that. Also, let's see the winner's circle. Thank you guys. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations going on, right? And Sasha, the yin to my yang, right? You're going to see why. She is so good. Guys, I'm not that good. I'm scattered. I'm all over the place. She got our teams focused on licensing. It's all her. So God bless you. And Felicia, the glue of our office, I would not be, I don't do any of the back end stuff. Felicia takes care of all of that for us. So thank God she does not get enough recognition. Thank you. Okay. I want to talk to you guys today about armor. Some of you are going to call it mental toughness. I call it armor. I think it's divine armor. What does that mean? I want you to look back at your life and think about all the things that you thought were going to devastate you, just take you out of the game. A lot of you know my brother killed himself 12 years ago. It was the most traumatic event of my life. It changed my entire world, but his death, the silver lining was I got tons of armor. I now know why it's vital for everybody to have life insurance, even single people, because what happened to me was I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't work. I was done, right? I sunk my family, which is a story for another day, but I promise if you want to hear it, I'll tell you. I'm armed with the information and the conviction when I'm speaking with people. I'm not trying to get a sale. I'm trying to save them and the people they love, right? I grew up in an upper class Jewish community. I know a lot of you can't relate to that, but I was expected to marry a nice, wealthy Jewish boy. I did not. I also got financially disowned. Not emotionally disowned, but I got financially disowned, okay? I had no life skills, none. Ernie likes to joke, I was a Jap. You know what a Jap, Jewish American princess? I was. I'm not gonna lie, but I went from Jap to broke. Riches to rags, I went backwards. No, but I needed that, guys. I needed that because now I know what it's like to not know how to feed your kids. I know what it's like to have to apply for food stamps, right? I know what it's like to take a bag of change to the grocery store and write down every dime I'm spending. I know what it's like not to know how to pay your electric bill. That was humiliating and humbling for me, and it was a more armor, right? It made me tougher, and the best thing it did was make me able to understand people coming into my office that were dealing with similar situations. I would never have been able to relate if I had followed the trajectory my parents expected me to. And I can tell them with 100% certainty that Primerica is the tool I used to get out of that. That's true. Primerica quite literally saved my life, guys. More and more armor. When my brother died, he had a handwritten will. He notarized it. It wouldn't hold up in court. How important is a will? Right? Thankfully, my family eventually honored his wishes, but it was dicey. And they didn't have to. It's just another layer of armor to help me serve my clients. My ex-husband was full of anger, rage. He had a victim mentality. He was this angry man who would stand 2 inches from my face and scream with spittle coming out. That kind of anger. At the time, I thought I was living in hell. But God was putting armor on me so that I can have a thick skin. How many people do you know that got blown out of this business because someone hurt their feelings? Yeah. Right? They let somebody steal their dreams because they didn't have the mental toughness they needed. Lisa Jones asked us in Women in Primerica who we needed to forgive. And it wasn't until that moment that I realized I needed to forgive my ex-husband. And maybe thank him, but in my head, not to him. What is your struggle today is adding to your armor for tomorrow. So I had an advertising agency, a gym, a manufacturing company, and I was a freelance artist. Not all at the same time. So right now my stress threshold is pretty high. And that's because of the layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of armor that came with all of that. There were times when I had to sell my jewelry to make payroll. There were many times I couldn't pay myself. Many times that I had to do crazy things in order to get my employees paid. Those payday loans, horrible, right? Title loans is what I did. Horrible predatory loans, but I did what I needed to do to make sure that the people that were counting on me got paid. So in 2018, I worked for a marketing company. And the way that that company was structured, we worked our way to ownership just like Primerica. So I thought, it wasn't really. So once you're hit owner there, like our VP here, then you get to pay for an office, payroll, training, legal, taxes, bookkeeping, everything. So being an owner there was not the same as being an RVP here, but I did get a lot of layers of armor. I'm just going to carry this because I can't sit still. I learned how to take no's. That's a big thing you have to learn in this business, guys. Asking people at Walmart who they have for cable at home is a lot harder than asking them if they want to learn how to make money, save money, and get out of debt, right? Our law of averages, when we did marketing, when I did DirecTV, was for every 100 people I spoke to, as I'm running around Walmart like a lunatic, 60 pounds lighter though, did do something good for me, right? We would get one sale, okay? For every 100 people, one. Our law of averages here are what? For every 8 people we speak to, we get 5 appointments, 3 sales, and 1 teammate. Before Be Smart. Yeah. Now, if you sit down with the right market family and you do a Be Smart, you're writing business, right? Guys, gotta get on this. Yeah. So I learned, well, I'm still learning, but in the marketing company, I started learning how to lead a team. I learned the only true way to be financially free was to have a business, whether it runs, and if it runs, whether you're there or not. So none of my businesses in the past ran without me. When my brother died, my business died. It died with him because I couldn't function. More and more layers of my armor. When I look back at every step in my journey, it was to get me to where I am now. And I'm just getting started, guys. Yep. So my armor protects me and keeps me strong. Every layer makes me stronger, right? I want you to think for a minute, what struggles, what things seemed like the end of the world? Situations that led you to where you are today, to be the human that you are today. So my mom died after a long fight with cancer on Christmas 2021, such a diva, on Christmas Day. 3 weeks later, I put on my armor and I spoke at Builder School. And I missed the #1 regional leader on it wasn't a technicality. I put male instead of female on a life app. I lost it. And Richard said, do you remember what you said to me? He said, www.boofreakingwho.com, but he didn't say freaking. And you know what, guys? Did I cry? Was I mad at him? No. He wasn't wrong. The numbers are the numbers are the numbers. They don't care that my mom died, right? Nobody cares. That is what my armor did. I was protected. I laughed with him. I gave him a hug. No big deal. My armor makes me stronger. So are you going to use your challenges as an excuse, or are you going to add it to your armor and come back stronger? So, sorry. I wrote really big so I didn't have to wear my glasses and I put them on anyways. There's a divine timing to all of this. You're not here by accident, right? You're not. If you're here today, there's a reason why. Get out of your comfort zone, guys. Talk to everybody. You have a busy schedule? Great. I love busy people. They get things done. Stop using your family as an excuse to not talk to people, right? What you need to get done is to make it your mission that anybody within 3 feet of you knows about this great opportunity. Are you ready to put your armor to work, or are you going to waste it? So, yeah, put it to work. Your success is up to you. And if you aren't recruiting, you truly don't understand or don't believe what we're doing. Period. If you don't believe with 100% certainty that people will suffer if you don't talk to them, you are the problem. Look around. You're are in the presence of people who have made it from all walks of life. Okay, I want anybody who walked in this door, put in their application to come to work, and was already a millionaire to raise their hand. Crickets, right? You're always being recruited, guys. You're being recruited to go to grocery stores, jobs, hair salons, watch movies. Everything is about being recruited. Recruiting is not a skill, it's a mindset. For most people, you're their only chance. You want to recruit to build. Think of those who you love. Friends, family. Fast forward 10 years from now. You're completely financially free, on a beach, going shark diving with these goofballs, right? Whatever it is. And your friends are suffering working at Walmart. Are you okay with that? I'm not. So I brought this up here because I always recruit with the Financial Independence book. Who has one of these? Okay, so most of my sticky notes fell out in my bag. But what I do is I just go to a page and, thank God Mark's here because every time, can you believe she was a computer technician and she sang in a bar and now they make $100,000 a month? These are real people. And then I go to the back of it. What do? I probably already know what they do, but let's find somebody in your area and see how much they're making. And there's lists and lists and lists. These are real people. Guys, this book, I don't know what it is, $15? Best investment you can make. Richard Lasson makes I carry this big bag around. That's why. Sell your dream. Tell your story. Your team size is a direct reflection of your belief. Right? And then I want to talk about the word try for a minute. It drives me crazy. Get rid of it. It's a death word. I want everybody right now, try to high five the person next to you. Did you try or did you do it?
Did it. Do it.
I tried to stay on a diet. No, I didn't. I wanted to stay on a diet. If I tried, I would have lost weight. Trying is doing. It's an action word, not an adjective. Alba Barragan said to stop speaking death words like I try, I can't, I won't, I don't. Speak life. I can, I will, I do. Armor up. Check your belief system. You can choose to let your armor weigh you down. You can make it real heavy when you walk. You can choose to ignore the divine purpose of it. You'll become tired, lethargic. You won't care about anything. You may not want to get out of bed. Or use it for its purpose, to protect your mind, body, and soul during battle. If you're going to be a crusader and stop letting big finance prey on people, if you're going to be a crusader and right the wrongs in this industry, if you're going to be a crusader and fight for people, then you have to use your armor for its divine purpose. Your armor will protect you when you fight. Okay, IULs. Armor up, guys. We got a big fight, right? So this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't associate people who don't do business with me. If you don't do business with me, if you're not my client or you're not on my team, I don't have time. My housekeeper is my client, my nail tech's my client, my esthetician is a client and on the team, and so on. I'm not talking about people you just meet. I mean, give them a chance. But generally, I don't exchange money with people who don't feed my family. I just don't have time for it. It's not easy, but it's necessary. More armor. So if you aren't fighting with me, then what? Fighting against me. Thank you. And if you're not fighting for good, you're fighting for what? Evil. Losers try and winners do. Whitney Cooper said that. Our team is the winner's circle, right? And winners use $B smart, I'll tell you what. Winners show up to everything. Winners are present. When they're on Zoom, they are focused. Their cameras are on. They're not walking around. They're taking notes. Winners call their coaches daily. We should have compared notes, Saj. Winners are grateful. Winners say thank you. Winners use life words. Winners do the deserving job. Winners do what they say they're gonna do. Winners don't badmouth their coaches. Oh my goodness, guys. Winners never quit. thing, when a child learns how to walk and they fall down a million times, do they think, maybe this walking thing isn't for me? You all learned to walk. You did it once, you could do it again. Winners say I can, and winners do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. All right, and one more thing. Winners respond to their coaches on Telegram. Can I get an amen on that? Amen. Winners are grateful for their armor, they understand the purpose, and they use it to protect and serve others. Guys, I'm proud to be your teammate. Thank you so much for having me.